Hello friends, welcome to SahuStudies. In this video, we are going to discuss about hash encoding with run length encoding in Power BI. So let's discuss about what is hash encoding. Okay, so it defines unique string value and creates a new table with indexes. What does it mean? So suppose we have a column which has a string value. So how hash encoding will going to apply on that column? It will create a new table and it will provide a indexes to one unique value which is present in the column and a row number. So new table will have two columns, one is indexes and one is column. One is row number. One index will going to assign to one unique value which is present in the column. It builds a dictionary of distinct item in a column and assign a unique integer value which we have discussed above. Indexes to each item. It stores the data using the index rather than the full text string. So when new table gets created with the help of a index which is assigned to each and every unique value of the column and the row number. So when it will going to store at the backend in Power BI, instead of full text string, it will going to store with the help of an index number. In this encoding, requirements are defined by the number of unique items in the column, not by length of the value. So how the encoding requirement will going to identify? It will going to identify what is the number of the unique item which is present in the column. Length of the string will not going to be considered. Here I am going to give a simple example how data is getting stored at the backend with the help of a hash encoding. So this is the one column and it has these records. This is the data which is visible. Now one hash encoding applied on this column. So what it will going to do, it will going to create a table and the table has two columns. One is index and another is row number. So this index value will going to assign for each unique value. So suppose this is a Santosha. And this is the unique value. How many Santosha is present in this column? 1, 2 and 3. So this index 0 value is assigned here. It is assigned here and it is assigned here. Let's discuss about Yogita Gupta. Yogita Gupta is twice here and here. This is the unique value. That's why one index is assigned to him. So here the index number is 1 here and index number here is also. Same for others and it also providing the row number. Means what is the row number where that particular index value is present in the main table. And once this intermediate table gets created, then the data is getting stored in the form of like this. Santosh, what is the index value? 0. Yogita Gupta, what is the index value? This is the 1. Indu Gupta, what is the index value? Is 2. Mayank Gupta, what is the index value? It is 4. So suppose this table has 10 million records and it is taking suppose 1 GB of space. Once this data is getting stored in only 4 row, how much data time, how many space it will going to take? 10 KB. Just imagine the data is getting the space is getting reduced by 1 GB to 10 kilobytes. What is the amount of space we are going to reduce by the Power BI whenever it is applying a hash encoding function on a particular column? And this is the data which is getting stored at the backend. Hash encoding is also known as a dictionary encoding. Let's talk about this, how run length encoding is applied over a particular column, how it works. So it reduces the data size by identifying repeated values found in the adjacent row. So one of the key prerequisite of a Power BI to apply the run length encoding is the column has the repeated value on the consecutive row. I will discuss in the detail in the next slide, but just keep in mind that the duplicate value is present on the repeated row, on the adjacent row. It is not scattered throughout the column. It reduces the size of the column by replacing duplicate rows with a table containing each distinct value and the count of the instances. So how run length encoding works? So it will going to create a separate table and one row for one distinct value, unique value, and second table and second row is what is the number of duplicates value which is present in that column. It works when value is repeated in the consecutive row. We have discussed this is one of the prerequisite, but vertipaq engine automatically sorts data on import and refresh to find out optimal compression. So what this sentences means. So let's understand that with an example. We are going to import a data set. In that particular column, the duplicates are present, but those duplicates are not present in the consecutive row. It is scattered throughout the column. But we need to, or Power BI need to apply the run length encoding function. But one of the prerequisites is that repeated data must be present in the consecutive row. So what Power BI generally does at the time of import, it is sorting the data. When the data is sorted, it is sorting the data and refresh the data to figure it out the optimal compression. So when the data is getting sorted, the duplicate will be present in the consecutive row. And when the Power BI is figure it out, okay, there are duplicates rows in a particular column. Let's apply run length encoding to store the data at the backend. Let's discuss how run length encoding stores the data at the backend. So suppose this is a table and it has these records. This is the records which is this is the data which is visible. We can figure it out that this is the duplicate data which is present in the consecutive row. This is the duplicate data which is present in the consecutive row, and this is the duplicate data which is present in the consecutive row. So what run length encoding does, it will going to create a table and one row for unique element and another row will be what is the number of unique value which is present. So this is the one unique value, this is the one unique value, this is the one unique value, and this is the another unique value, and these are the number of counts which are present, which are duplicates, which are the number of duplicates which is present in the main table. So suppose this is the 10 million records, okay, and the total size is 1 GB. This is getting stored only in four rows in 10 KB of data, for instance. So suppose how much space we are going to save. And this one row per distinct value, we have already discussed that these are the unique values which is present in this table, and this is the data which is getting stored in Power BI. Now let's discuss when how Power BI will going to use hash encoding with run length encoding to store the data. So suppose this is the pin code. It has the this is the pin code. Okay, the data is present, and with the help of a hash encoding, we are we are giving one index value to each unique records which is present in this table. So this table present only 4 unique records, right? Now when the hash encoding is, this is the now the data is stored in the vertipaq engine. So with the help of a hash encoding, data is getting stored in the vertipaq engine. Now this is the city index. This value, 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 this. These values are getting created when it figure it out the value in the pin code functionality, or we can say city index. So this, let's discuss this one this value, it is present here, here and here. So that's why this city index 0 0, this table is getting created. How it will going to store that 0 0 0, this is identified from which table? It is identified from this table. This 0 is assigned to this pin code, and how many times this pin code, and what is the position of this pin code which is present here. So first, second and third. So the row number is first, second and third. It, this pin code is identified with the help of a index 0. Same for 1. This one is at this one index is given to this pin code, where it is getting stored, or where it is getting present in the main table, here, here and here. That's why row 4 5 6 present row, and which pin code is present. So it is identified with the with the index value 1. And what is the value of 1? It is this one. So in this way the data is getting stored. Now one of the prerequisite to apply the run length encoding function, run length encoding is that data is duplicate and it is present in the adjacent or in the consecutive row. So the data is duplicate and it is present in the consecutive row. This is so this is the candidate, this data is candidate to apply run length encoding function. So how the run length encoding function is going to apply? It will going to see the, it will going to give one row for each unique value. So 0 1 2 and 3, these are the unique values which is present in this table. And another column would be what is the total number of unique values present. So 0 is the unique value. How many times duplicates are present in this table? So 3 duplicates of 0 is present in this table. Same for 1, same for 2, same for 3. So whenever we are going to apply the hash encoding and run length encoding in one go, or whenever we have when Power BI applying hash encoding with run length encoding, the amount of data reduce drastically and your DAX query will run very fast. Thank you. If you like content of my video, then please subscribe my channel, like it, comment on it and press the bell icon to get notification whenever I add videos.